This video is about why having cash is almost, I think, here's the thing, if you had $10 million right now, you could make $10 million budget films. The way I look at an acting career is like you're starting a startup company. There's a lot of similarities between starting a startup company and an acting career. Let's just look at the general statistics in that I think like 2% or something like that actually have successful acting careers as their only source of income. Startup companies, I think like 1% of startup companies are successful in the long run. So there's an interesting parallel there. In addition to that, another parallel that I see is that startup companies are, the success of a startup company is largely determined on how that company is managed and the amount of cash they have to begin with. That's why when you see people going on Shark Tank and stuff like that, those are great ideas. There's a lot of really great, let's just call it talent on Shark Tank. But they're going in for more capital, for more investment, because money leads to more opportunity, which is what this video is about. This video is about why having cash is almost, I think, here's the thing, if you had $10 million right now, you could make $10 million budget films that could incredibly jumpstart your career in a huge way. So for anybody that's saying like, oh no, it's not money, it's just talent, well, no, it isn't just talent, it's also money. And when I talk to people who've been in the industry a long time, and I ask them, hey, what's the thing that separates people who end up having success in the industry and people who don't? They say they don't quit. And I say, okay, well, who are the people that don't quit? What differentiates them between the people that do quit? And I expect to hear people say, oh, well, they're more determined, they were talented, and things like that. But that's not what they tell me. They tell me one thing: they had money. They had something that allowed them to stay and survive and be in the industry long enough for opportunity to present itself, or to create their own opportunity themselves. So anyway, here's a few situations, a few examples of how money can impact your career. And this might be redundant to you, but for some people, I don't think that this is. I don't think a lot of people look at it this way. Let's take two actors. We'll follow the story of two actors here and through three examples. Actor 1 has, let's say, $10,000 in the bank, and actor 2, let's say this. Let's say actor 1 has $10,000 in the bank and lives in their car. Actor 2 has $2,000 in the bank and lives in their apartment, which costs $1,000 a month. Let's say these two actors both are good writers, producers, and actors, whatever, and they're equally talented. And actor 1 and 2 both get accepted into a fringe festival where they're going to be able to present production of their writing, whatever. And for the sake of making this story more interesting, let's just say that some VP at Sony is also going to go to this festival for whatever reason. They go every year. Actor 1, who has $10,000 in the bank and lives in their car, and actor 2 need to produce a production. Which actor do you think is more likely to put more investment into the production? Actor 1, who has $10,000 of capital, or actor 2 has $2,000 of capital and a $500 rent payment due in 10 days, let's just say. I think it's pretty clear that actor 1 is actually in a much better position to put more production value into that. So now let's take that a step further. Let's say both these actors somehow, let's say actor 1 put $1,000 into their or actor 2, I'm sorry. Let's say actor 2 put $1,000 into their production. So now they have $1,000 in the bank, and this actor, let's say they put $5,000, so now they have $5,000 in the bank or whatever. They both make it through the production, and the VP at Sony's like, hey, I want to see you two actors come in and audition for this pilot. He says, just make sure you have all your stuff in order, your headshots, resumes, all that, because it's a professional audition. That's not going to happen. I'm just saying now they need to invest more in their career. They need to invest in headshots now. They need to get new headshots, both these actors. So now these two actors have to go and get headshots. Actor 1, remind you, has $5,000 in the bank because they spent $5,000 on the production, and actor 2 has $1,000 in the bank because they spent $1,000 on their production. rent is, let's just say it's the middle of the month now and rent is due in 10 days. So this actor has $1,000 and has to get new materials, and this actor has $5,000 and no rent due and has to get new materials. Which actor do you think is more likely to invest in getting better materials? I think it's obvious. Actor 1 is in a much better financial position to get better materials, better marketing tools for their career. And that's the same thing in startup companies. A startup company that has $1 million and a great idea has a much better likely chance of succeeding and building more than $1 million than a startup company that has $100, obviously. So now let's say these two actors go to an audition, and actor 1 with living in the car with the $5,000, they present their headshots and they're really nice and professional because they can afford to do it. And actor 2 is put into a very difficult position because now they're like, I really want to book this job. I need this job. This job will mean that I'll be able to pay my rent, for example. But if I don't book the job, how can I afford to invest in these marketing materials? Well, that's a really serious question for that actor to answer, and that question has nothing to do with, am I talented enough or am I determined enough? It has everything to do with, if I make this choice, will I have money to pay my rent this month? Or will I have money to pay my rent next month? Or will I be able to eat? Will I be able to buy the things that I want in life so I can enjoy life? It's a major philosophical question, I think. So anyway, let's take these two actors. Let's say that, well, let's just go to actor 2 now, because actor 1 is going to do whatever he wants and he's not going to care what people think, whatever. Actor 2 is the one. Now, let's say this actor spent $500 on headshots, and let's just say, sadly, they didn't book the role, but they just got 2 job offers. Actor 2 now has 2 job offers. Job 1, which the actor read the script, and she loves it. She's thinking, oh my God, this is a role that I really, really want to play. I'd love to play this role. This would be great for me as an artist. This would be great for my career. The footage, the reel is going to be amazing if I do this. It pays $200 for the whole production. But they have a second job offered to be a mermaid at the aquarium and pass out flyers, which is going to pay $500 a week. And if they take that job, they're definitely going to be able to pay their rent. Now, I don't know what you would choose. I don't even know what I would choose if I was in that situation. But the fact remains, now we're not even talking about dedication or talent. Obviously, the actress is talented enough to book that job. Now we're talking about, is this actress willing to maybe have to figure out some different living situation to take the more artistic job she wants to do? Or is she going to do the sensible thing and take the money that she'll be able to pay her rent with? So I know this wasn't a complete, I'm just putting this out here where money is extremely important. So as an actor, it's not all about your training. It's not all about how dedicated you are. The things that these older, more experienced actors tell me is this. They say, a lot of people come to LA starry-eyed with high morals about who they are as a person and what they're going to accomplish and things like that. But as money starts to go down, so do their morals, and so do the things that they're willing to do. And once their morals come into question, they start doing things that they never thought they would have to do. And when they start doing things that they never thought they would have to do, their determination wanes. And they feel their talent isn't being used in the way that they thought it would be used. And the industry kills them. It kills them. It beats them up. The reason for that, I think, is because if they would have had the money, they never would have had to do those things in the first place. Money, not having money, will cause you to do a lot of different things. So that's just what I want to put out there. If you're going to come and if you're going to start a business in the acting industry, in the entertainment industry, put yourself in a position where capital, having cash on hand, either comes easy or you're starting with a huge investment to begin with. You're starting with a lot of money so that being in the industry isn't going to kill you making these difficult decisions. I know that was kind of like a lot of just like talking around in circles and stuff like that, but hopefully it makes sense. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll be making more content like this. Share it with a friend if you think they're going to join the acting industry, or tell me about how I'm absolutely wrong in that having money is not as important as having talent and dedication. Thanks so much. I will see you next time.